Hello, stream! Is everything coming through all right? I'm happy to see chat bumping today. I see a lot of familiar names in here. Also, everybody, welcome in Nozumi. Nozu has been a member of the channel and been part of a couple of videos so far already. Good friend of mine for the last, 8 months plus. And he is now the newest channel mod. So everybody give him a warm welcome. Welcome back, user. It's good to see you again. I thought you'd be gone for a while longer, but I know you specifically requested shapes, so I'm happy the community voted with you this week. We do love Nozu here. Hey, welcome in, Shannon. Alright, so there's our big notes. Also, as everybody has seen, we got approved. You're looking at one of the newest YouTube partners. Clap, clap, clap. Hooray. So, big moves this week. I have been absolutely elated, and it has motivated me to work on a couple of scripts for projects that I know you people want to see. Some stuff that I have had in the works for a while, but I keep on procrastinating on. It's a little loud? Okay. How's that? Awesome. So yeah, we're going to be working on some new projects. This is one of the new things, actually. We've been trying to get Shapes 2 on the docket for a while now. So we've started out with a completely blank world. If you didn't see from the pause menu, I'm in regular mode. For some reason, it's choosing to autosave, even though I have done absolutely nothing. And I've only played this game in the simpler mode, so this is going to be an interesting time figuring this one out, because I am going to need pieces. Okay. So we have platforms to begin with, if I remember right. Oh, a little bit of a premise here real quick. This is Shapes 2. This circle in the center here, this is where we're sending stuff. This goal on the left side, that's what we're working on right now. And that's the stuff we need to make using our factory. There are these resource deposits around the place. We're going to mine these to get whatever they say they are. Like this one's going to give us this shape. And then we have to manufacture these shapes into the circle. Yeah, I got Dak into this game in spring, and he played it non-stop for like 2-3 weeks. It was just all shapes all the time. He got a little bit focused. He did really, really good, too. I think he was in like the top 5% by the time he finished the game. Because there is a ranking system in this game that allows you to compare yourself to... Where is it? Oh, we haven't unlocked it yet. I believe it's this one right here. Once we get to a certain point, we'll be able to start donating in extra components to the portal, and that will contribute to our rank. He was like top 5% in the world or something like that once he finished, because he was going hard, and he was going aggressive. Yeah, damn, exactly. He was going aggressive. So the first thing we're going to do, yeah, I'm aware game. I know how this works. We're going to get rid of all of this stuff. We don't need this stuff here anyways, because the first thing the portal is requesting is things that have color to them instead of the grays. So we're going to need to pull something from, say, here. So put the shape miner there. Oh, no. Do I not have the ability to make the upgrades? Here we go, extensions. So, with just one miner, you only get one of these rows open. I want all 4 of the rows open, so I add 3 extensions to it. And that makes it go zoom. Then, we're going to start making the actual infrastructure. So the first thing we're going to do is just make a platform that extracts from all of the points available on this mining machine, and then compresses them into 4 rows, which we will then launch. Yeah, that's where we want it. Cool. We're going to make it as simple as possible. I do need to remember the specific conveyor mechanics in this game, because it's been a little while. I might act confident, but it's been a minute. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. So we're just going to get all this set up then. Forget how to lock. That's going to be a problem. But I need to start drawing more complicated ones. That's going to be a problem. Yes, game. I know how to switch floors. Thank you. I am aware, game. Can you take away the tooltip? I guess not. Get rid of that. Reorganize this, because I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Fantastic. All right. So now we've got ourselves that. We're going to make ourselves another set of platforms here real quick. We'll make a longer one. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it simple. Because I want these to be duplicatable. From the get-go, I want everything we do here to be easily copyable, because it'll increase our game pace pretty significantly. It'll make us go a lot faster. A lot faster. Okay, so that's a cutting machine. We're going to need to rotate then. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many can we fit in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to cram in... Okay. I got this. I want to make 4 separate rows, each of them doing their own thing here. Ideally, I'm making this all so that it's going to be not only consistent, but reusable. So once we're done with this goal, we'll be able to use this for future goals. Or at least have a blueprint that we can consistently call on when we need to split things in half like this. That. And then what we'll do is we'll go up. And then we'll go down there. Fantastic. And there we go. There we have it. That should be making... Nope, I messed something up. Oh, I added one too many. That's what I messed up. Nope, don't want to do that. We'll just put individual belts here. This way, if I need to repurpose this for something else and need to add another rotator or another cut, it'll be a lot easier without having to change the entire structure. Turn a mistake into a benefit. Okay. Now we need to zoom out. And we're going to pull out one of these things. Space belt. Deliver it straight here. Yeah, I'm aware that it consumes my platform limit game. I'm going to have to use some. It's inevitable. Alright, and then we're just going to deliver this straight in. 4 belts, straight line, straight in. And then once we purge out those mistakes that I made. Come on. Why are the mistakes not going away? Is this the wrong rotation? Do we not need to rotate at all? Is that the mistake I've made here? Was I looking at this in the... I think I was looking at this in the inverse. I think the cutting machine said it was going to take away the other part and it didn't. Or at least I interpreted that. Alright, well that's a mistake. Yeah, I get it, game. There we go. That'll work. Yep, now we're shipping in the right shape. Alright, cool. So now we've got that going. It's time to find blue. Hello, blue. Kinda don't want to grab from that one, though. That one seems a little bit... Hey, there is something that's a little bit better. Alright, we'll work with this here. So we'll put the mining machine... That's the closest spot that we can do where we can still get 3 of these upgrades going. Cool. And then... Select area. Okay, gotcha. Fantastic. There we go. Save blueprint. Basic shape extractor. Save. Then we grab this. Take it this way, because the map's being weird to me. Where is it? There it is. Boom. Universal. We should be able to use this. Basic cutting platform. Cool. That'll allow us to do our basic shape cutting. And then we can just add rotators into those 2 steps beforehand if we need to. We're probably going to need 2 of these, though. Alright, where's the platform? Where are you hiding from me? Alright, well, we're going to do the zoom out thing, then. There we go. Put in a foundation. Put in another foundation. See why in a second. Blueprints. Where are my blueprints? Blueprint library, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's got some of the blueprints for one of my previous games in here too. That's gonna make this more confusing. Yay! Alright, so we're gonna cut that in half. Why is that not there? Did I miss that on the other blueprint then too? Oh yeah, I did. Fixed. Alright, so that goes through there. Then we cut these belts here and put in a rotator. And then we just conveyor belt it back home. Boom. So, as far as I'm aware, this game is still somewhat in development. I actually read some update notes on it when I loaded in today to prep for stream. They're still adding a lot of cool features and doing some slight changes. So when we revisit this in the future, there is a small possibility that something may end up having to be changed, or we may end up having to do some sort of rebuild too. That's always the risk you run when you play these types of games before their final release, but a lot of these games stay in development for years and years and years, so not a huge loss, at least in my opinion, because otherwise you're spending way too long waiting. It starts out simple, Aki. It starts out real simple. It does not stay that way. But there we are. We are now shipping in all of the blue platforms too, the blue discs. So we've got both these materials going into the core. Now it's time to check the next milestone. Also, we can check our... Oh, we've got enough research to actually do some stuff with it because of how early on we are in the game. Unlock the cutting machine, unlock the swapping machine, unlock the rotator. Alright. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the products are a lot less complicated. It's all shape, color, add, subtract stuff. Alright, the milestone here is going to be this, and then once that's done, we're going to need to make full discs and full squares, and then after that, we're going to need to make this. So I'm going to need to prep a couple of things. there another tile nearby that can actually work for this? No. There is nothing nearby that can work for this. This might be our best bet for getting more half circles. But that is so far. I don't even think I have the platforms to make that possible. Alright, well, this is done, so what we'll do is we'll just work with the materials we currently have. Time for a new block. And then what we'll do is we will use the stackers. We'll do a big bank of them. Big bank of them. Oh, gotta subtract one there to make this look good, though. Alright, cool. That's the wrong direction. Alright. And this. Haha. We go down here. And over this way. Fantastic. So now I have two options. What I think I'll do is I'll stagger it a little bit. So we'll mix this with these. And then this one with these. Oh, no, gotta go back one. There we go. This one with these here. There's how we'll get them out of that little loop. And then we just refocus everything down the tunnel. Oh no, there's one other detail I completely missed here. Ha! Big mistake. Alright, I can fix that though, easily. Thanks to the spare oh, can I fix that easily? Might have to get a little bit crafty with it. At least for the second row. Because we don't have a 90 degree or a 180 degree turner yet. So without that, we gotta do 2 rows of rotators. But I know how to fix that. Watch this. Wait, no. Not that way. Counterclockwise. So by rotating one clockwise and the other one counterclockwise 90 degrees, we should achieve a total of 180 degrees. Why won't you let me turn? My game music is static? Somebody confirm this for me. Oh, the compression rate's getting funky on us. Every now and again YouTube does this, and I don't necessarily know why. That's weird though. It normally only happens in GTA. What is this game doing to the stream? That normally happens in GTA, and I always attributed it to the higher load GTA has, but the fact that it's happening here... I'll have to look into that, chat. I'll have to look into that. Nothing I can do necessarily about it right now, but I will look into it. Alright, we're doing belts. Boom. So now we're making full circles. Now we're gonna copy this blueprint and move it to the other side to deal with the blue squares. It's the exact same problem over there now. Alright. Oh. I lost the blueprint because I looked away, darn. Forgot I gotta save it first. Save. Basic rotation stacker. Full shapes from halves. And then we'll go out, zoom out a little bit, get rid of these. Go into our blueprints. Rotational stacker. Oh, okay, I see what I mistaked with here, though. Okay. Easy fix, easy fix. Only need to rotate one piece once. So I can get rid of these from this. And one set of stackers on the back, or one set of rotators on the back. Group 2. And we'll be good. Boom. YouTube's just being wonky. Rude. There we go. There we go. Now we're shipping in the half pieces we need to. I really want to start using splitters over here instead of cutters. It's going to increase the space that this takes up, but then I can start doing that pinned task underneath there, because that's how we get research points. And research points are important. You know what? I'm going to design a new platform off to the side so that I don't interrupt the flow. But so I can do this. I have to shift this a little bit so that it looks half decent. There. And curve that. And then like that. Alright, so that's the first 4. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to designate section I can do this with. Gotta make sure I put it on or over the same piece of the cutter Because then they'll have the same results coming out of them, and then I can just trail these this way. Yeah. Let me put a catcher here. Nope. Can't put the catcher there. Oh, this is becoming puzzling. Oh, this is getting puzzling. Okay, okay, I can do this. We can solve this. Boom. And then we just we need to get 4 rows. These things... Oh, I'm not going to get that to fit. You know what? I'm declaring this a failed experiment. Because I'm not going to be able to get things that I need to fit in that level of space. I can either do crazy stuff up here with the raw ingredients, or I can wait until I get some bigger platforms, or I can figure out a way to break it down. My answer is to all of those. You know what? I'll do the straightforward method instead. This is easy enough to manage. All I do is use pre-existing blueprints for this one. And then we'll just put in the platform for the basic cutting machine. Boom. Slice and dice. This blueprint has a defect in it. Just got to keep that in mind for future. I think it's about to cut the part I want. Oh, nope, we're good. Okay. Boom. One of the updates said that this is 400 times faster, and looking at it, I believe it. Stuff used to be so slow to travel. So slow. Alright, we're going to give this a quick second. I'm going to take a quick water break. Alright, so then the next thing that's gonna need to be done is making these into full squares. And then the full squares will be stacked with the discs to make the final milestone. That. And then that actually ends up staying around for quite some time. That's one of the first things you can do to get your operator level. To operator shape, or whatever they're calling it. Operator level shape. Keep delivering this shape to increase your operator level. Whoop whoop. So we'll make these infinitely then, and then we will move on to new infrastructure to build all this stuff, because we have to make fluids and painting. And then eventually we'll get color mixing. That's one of my favorite ones. It's so pretty. Ooh, this is a new milestone. 3rd platform floor, because you can now stack platforms on top of each other. Oh, this is its own upgrade now, too. This used to be something that you would research in the research window here. Train delivery. They added it to the end of the game, and I can't blame them for that. They added a bunch more train mechanics, it looks like, too. Yeah, so now you can only upgrade the vortex inputs and the shape multiplier. It's okay, okay. Okay, I see how it is, game. Oh, cutters are only 33%? What's jamming this up then? We probably need to increase our belt speed. That should be the next upgrade I'm going for, is just basic belt speed. So that our stuff has a snappier response when it's being used. Probably the best. So, early game, this is what it's like. A little bit of building. Getting all the stuff into the core. Since we've got everything already set up, I guess the next thing we can do is look at our other pinned tasks, too. We should be able to do that next task using the same resource deposit. Instead of cutting, we'll do a split. And by splitting it, we'll get the other half. Just on a separate conveyor belt. And then we'll rotate it and then put it on a stack. And stack it in. It's probably the easiest method we can do here. Oh, I kind of wish we had 180 splitters already. But yeah, we'll just delete this platform and replace it with a new design. You know what? I'll make the new design. This one should be a lot easier than the last one I was trying to finagle in such a small space. What is it to rotate this thing? I forget. Flip. There we go. No. Shift R. There. No? Oh, F. What am I doing here? F. F in chat. I'll acknowledge that in a second game. I first want to finish what I'm doing here so that I can replace it. And then we'll put the rotators up here. And then we remerge everything down the center line. Boom. Alright, now we just got to get these other things broken out. We just got to free them. And that should be easy to do. Oh, nice. Okay. So now we got to get that set up. Oof. I got so distracted setting this up, though, game. Wait, why am I doing it that way? How do I make this? There we go. No. Game, I just made the second layer invisible for a reason. So I could do this. And that was another mistake. Boom. Okay. So now I've got everything lined up here, and I just need to figure out... So the half is on the left. I could make it on the right pretty easily, though. Do I want to expend the effort on that? No, I'll just switch them around up here. So then we get Stacker together. Alright. Don't even think I need this many. Alright. Yeah, I know, game. Just a little bit of subtraction so that we can fit everything. How do I lock you? Anchor, C. Fantastic. These anchors are so useful for building dumb designs. There we go. Alright, let me make that invisible so I can see this and what's going on here. Anchor, boom. Other side. Anchor, boom. And we just rinse and repeat with this. Fantastic. Did it. Alright, blueprint time. Seamless. Why are we getting one on one side and another on the other? Oh, it's because I flipped the cutting machines. I did it for aesthetics, but we can't do that. I forgot that aspect of that. Okay. Thanks for the salute, Nozu. Yup, ripperonis. It happens. We fix. That should fix that inconsistency. Yeah, that should fix that, because we were getting half and halves. There we go. Now we're making those instead. Fantastic. Okay. So it's time to make some adjustments now. First things first, new platform up here. Shouldn't require more than this. We're gonna fill it pretty much with stackers. Need to make more space between those because I just figured out. Okay. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. This is fine. It's gonna be fine. That's not gonna work either. What about a gap of 3, huh? Will that give me enough to work with? Maybe. We're gonna get it lined up so that the outside ones just come in, immediately start filling up these sides here. Quick, simple, efficient. Then we're gonna put rotators on top to get a full 180-degree turn. And we'll start in the center, branch out. And that didn't look right because the symmetry was off. Good catch. RIP, not allowed to make things pretty. Not when it impacts the efficacy of the machine. The machine working is way more important than it looking nice. Way more important in my book. Ah, the new problem rears its head. I think I can fix it with a quick adjustment to the end here. Nope. That won't fix it. Because we can get these out just fine. Getting these rear ones out, that's going to be the trick. Thinking about this real quick. Thinking. Because I can sneak one out this way, but then the other one won't be able to get out the same way. We shifted all back by 1. should be possible. And that requires minimal changes. I just... this... and then loop this back around to here. And we just create a little extension here. And a little bump there. Now let's look at what we got going on down here. Okay, here's my thoughts. Take these. Send them out the side. Like that. These then... actually, no. With that one space, I can make everything go out one side. Because now I can set up a conveyor launcher here and here. And then a conveyor catcher here and here. Which then gets everything lined up here. Like that. We get everything running out of these. Like that. Gotta make another quick adjustment to this belt's design. And I do the same over here. Just by tucking that in one space, I should be able to pull this off. Down belt here, down belt here. Nope. Up belt there. Down belt here. Boom. Now we're cooking with gas. Oh, that corner's too tight, though. I can't... Can I make it do one more block forward? Yes. There we go. Alright. Did it. Now we've got perfectly blue squares that we need to ship down to our red circles. We'll ship them down here. And we'll do the assembly closer to the site. Like that. Boom. And then we just get a bunch of stackers going together. We're going to use the space, but we're not going to use all of the space in case we need to expand or do some changes later on. I want to have easy adjustments here. So we're going to make this dummy simple. This is how we're gonna send it all forward beyond the infrastructure. This is how we're gonna do it. It's perfect. No inefficiencies here. Let me just put a catcher at the end here. Boom. Now we gotta merge that with that and then merge more stuff on top of it. Great. Oh, there's a bunch of other ones I should be doing too. I should probably pin up a bunch of these and just do them all. Side projects. The more of them we get, the more research we get, the more materials we can utilize. The more advanced stuff the game gives us. Hey, welcome in, Ferret. We're doing alright. We're doing shapes today. We're actually getting pretty far. We're nearly done with the first stage of the game. After the tutorial. We skipped over the tutorial. But we're doing pretty decent. Finally got YouTube partner, as you can see from the description. Very happy about that one. Big moves. We now got super chats, and we got channel memberships up and running finally. And hopefully, in short order, we'll be dealing with YouTube AdSense in general, too, for actual ad revenue. Very exciting times. Curve this around. Put in another launcher. Another receiver. And boom. Now the bottom half should be a lot simpler because of all that work I did. But it's probably going to be a similar formula. Lots of launchers. Jumping and hopping stuff over. Gonna put these, what are they, elevators, whatever you want to call them, the up jumps for the belts a little bit earlier, so that I can stick more belts underneath them. Visibility, there we go. All right. I think that does it. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if this works. I really hope it does. Showing a bunch of green check marks. That's a good sign, right? That they're all going to deliver properly? I hope so. so this is another one we need to do. So we'll just get this one out of the way right now while we can easily. Shape miner. Miner extractor. Get ourselves a platform set up right here and adjust the bolts. There we go, cool. And then the final result is actually going to be shipped on the second level. And we just go into our blueprint library. Basic shape extractor, boom. And then library, basic cutting platform. Done. So then the next thing we need to do is we need to get a hold of a square somewhere to add to this. That's the closest square, I guess. Oh, that's not gonna work. Hold on. The blueprint's doing a special. Yeah, that makes sense as I didn't design the blueprint to shoot everything out on the second floor. I had to make an adjustment. Alright, cool. There it goes. Now it's not waiting for opportunities. Alright, now unblending this stuff is going to be a little bit of a nuisance. So should I even bother, or should I intercept earlier on? Questions. Oh, they're finally delivering. I was going to say, why aren't we getting progress on this one? There we go. Now it's progressing. You know what? I'm going to work on another one of the easy ones. Low-hanging fruit and whatnot. Make it simple on me. So this should only produce, yep, 2 of them. The other 2 are essentially useless right now because of the way that this is set up. So what we'll do, delete all that, delete that. And use that instead. It'll be a little bit slower, but it really doesn't matter for this one. There we go, okay. I was a little bit confused for a sec. Alright. So then, last thing we need to do is we're going to run this straight to here. Run this straight in. There. This one we can flip without consequences. One second. Alright, back at it. That will sneak up on me. 7-hour drive. Damn, Ferret. That is one long trip. Oh, I gotta move this. Exactly 1 block. Otherwise my little launcher tricks stop working because I don't have enough spacing to use them. There we go. Oh great, more to be done. Always. There we go. That's all of that. No. This way. Make a little space in here so that I can then use the jumper. This. Put the receivers on this side. That side. Yeah, so this will double the amount of items on the belt, which will necessitate needing 4 belts for it. The downside to this strategy is that I'm getting a mix now. I'm getting 50-50 of each kind on the belt. So this will have to be redesigned later on, but for now, getting the 750, this will be the easiest way to do it. The cheapest, fastest way to do it. Weird. Alright. Don't even have trains unlocked. And they're like, here's all the train upgrades, player. Well, I don't have a use for that. I hate using trash, so I'm going to avoid that for as long as possible. We'll probably go for the 180 rotator next. Because we've already got belt speed up. So, the next thing we can probably go for is the 180 rotator. And then just keep on plowing forward, seeing what we can do. These ones are kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting rid of some of these pins. But I can decorate with... No. Decoration takes a back seat. We've been over this. Decoration takes a back seat. Alright, we're gonna unpin some of this, though. You, I haven't started yet, so I'm gonna unpin you. Recycling milestone shapes. There's no recycling about this. This one's easy enough, so I'll do it. You know what? These 3 are kind of just all a blend of 2 shapes, so they should be really easy to do since I have these things next to each other. So you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Let's do it. I got the time anyways while I wait for milestone 4 to complete. So we'll pull out the shape extractor. Set it up on both of them. Then we're going to build ourselves a decent sized foundation. We'll start with one here, and then a merged one here. Alright, so then a quarter of these... What do you think about how I want to do this? Best option is probably slicing them. Like that. And I'll end up with halves. Then if we do that, rotate them. And we cut them again. And we take this output, stack it with the other output. And we'll shunt off the extra third that we get out of this through there. And we'll just move this one forward, and that'll give us all the spacing we need to work with. Because then we should be able to just grab... Oh no, we don't even... Yes, we do. Okay, so then we grab this. That goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. And what we'll do is we'll put this on an elevated point so we can just get it straight. We'll go around. Alright, so that will handle the 3/4 pieces. Or should at least. And then we'll output a small 1/4 piece as a byproduct, which we can then mix with the 3/4 circles to make those. Let me do that real quick. Not gonna go most space efficient here. So a really simple design, so don't need to. No. Stacker. stack. Yes, there you go. Stack. Fantastic. There we go. And then we'll just go over here and set this up. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not using the single floor or the extra platforms, it's because I have a feeling we're going to end up mixing more complicated variants of this stuff. And when we do that, I want it to be easy on the mind. So having extra space to work with will be my friend. I'm not even looking at this right now. I'm not even looking at it right now. Instead, let's check on the speed of this stuff here. My limiting factor seems to be blue squares. So why am I going so slow on the blue squares, game? Probably has to do with the production speed of making all of this turn into a clean blue square. It is quite a bit of work. Yeah, that really isn't going fast. What's jamming us up? It's this layer. Okay. I should be able to expand this. I wish I had 3 wide tiles, because then it would be a lot easier for me to do a lot of this work. Let's just do there. Actually, we'll do it on the other side. A little bit more wiggle room on that side, the way that everything will up. Stop telling me these things, game. I already know. You know, you know. And I do. I don't need the tooltips. I wish... Is there a way to turn them off, chat? I should really just turn them off, shouldn't I? Gotta change it up again. Ah, that's fair. Welcome in, Jordan. Good to see you, though. We're making things shape. This is the game that Dak was super fixated on for a little while. It definitely wasn't my fault, because I showed him the game. I don't know what you're talking about. What? No, not me. Trying to do an expansion because I'm not producing enough of a certain material right now, and it's just bugging the hell out of me instead, because this is getting sloppier and sloppier by the second. Alright, that should fix it, though. That should increase our throughput by a okay margin. It isn't going to be beautiful and it isn't going to be perfect, but it should speed up our production a bit. Maybe I need a belt balancer now. It almost looks like I do. The music is really nice. I do enjoy that about this. But yeah, this is what we've built up so far, Jordan. The stuff on the left, this is the stuff we need to produce. The ones that are ticking up are already being supplied to the center portal. And then all this stuff is stuff that we've factorized in some way or another. Whether it be just mining up the material, doing a simple mechanism or a simple performance on it and then sending it in, or having to do 8 steps on the thing and then send it in. All that stuff has been specifically acquired with the intention of finishing those left side missions. Taking a quick water break. Yeah, so gray is the base game color. It's what you start out with if you play the tutorial, which doesn't let you have these platforms. It's the only ones you can work with right around the core. We destroyed all the tutorial stuff immediately because not much use for it. But yeah, gray is its own color. It's its own color setup. Alright, so now we need to stack these with circles. And then these need to be stacked with themselves. Easy enough. I'm gonna do this quick and dirty because I just don't care. That's a little bit too dirty. Yeah, that'll be fine. Cannot be bothered to do something nicer than this. Boom. Reconnected and set to go, making the new thing. That one's done. Alright, now we need to connect this to circles. There's some right here. I'm just going to set up a little mining station. Make fresh circles instead of go through all the stacking and nonsense it takes to try to turn 3/4 circles into true circles. It's a lot of work that I'm not interested in doing if I can avoid it. It also takes up a bunch of space and filming time that isn't necessary. So these will go here. And then on this platform, we'll change the directions. Originally that. Instead, now we will do crap ton of stackers. You know what, actually? This is identical to what we were already doing, so I'm just going to copy it. Hey there, buddy. You're pretty much identical to the current mission, so I'm just gonna do this, and then delete that, and delete that. Now it's adapted for the current mission. Yay! That was so difficult. And then we just hook this up at any of these points. Like so. There we have it. Yes, game, I am very familiar. The first game Steam page, Shapes 1. I've actually never played Shapes 1. Don't know much about it either, to be honest. I got recommended this by a buddy, was it? Or was it the Steam webpage? This was one that just popped up at one point. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a fair shake. Oh, I think I know what it was. Katie was showing me content ideas. I think it was It's Katie Cat was showing me content ideas. And then this one popped up, and I actually picked it up for personal. Just to have something to do off stream, off video for a little while. That must have been like 6 months ago now. This was kind of my go-to late night, don't want to think thing to do. It's more blueprinty. Gotcha. Yeah, because this I just use blueprints to be lazy. I just use it to do clones because I'm lazy. We are making so many more red circles than we are blue squares. And I think that just has to do with the amount of processing that has to be done to the blue squares to make them viable. You know what, though? Let's increase the throughput again. There. We'll add some more belt balancing, because we unevenly distributed the belt stuff originally. And since it pulls from different belts to do different things, that was just jamming up that section of the thing. But, hey, if it works, it works. Oh, the graphics. Gotcha. They did a really good job with the 3D renderings in this game. They're simple, but they look nice, and they're complicated enough to feel like they're actually doing something. Like this stacker here, that is not a complicated 3D render overall. It's a bunch of components, but in comparison to what modern games, you know, require for a single handheld item, that's not a huge amount of render. But it does do its job very well of communicating what it does, having a cool animation, and you can stack 8 million of them next to each other without getting buggy. Yeah, easy to read. That's another good thing. Yeah, very well said. Alright, now we've got this. Let's unlock the 180 rotate. Yay, ease of life. Overflow splitter, eh? That would be nice. Be very useful to use on something like this, where we can just shunt things further and further to the overflow as it gets worse. But this seems to be working a lot better now. I don't think it's caught up just yet. But... oh, is it operating in pulses? This belt doesn't seem to be evenly distributed. There are long gaps and then a bunch of them. But... maybe that's just me being weird about it because it's not on a normal conveyor belt, so it doesn't look the same. Hey, welcome in, Fiery Rampage. How goes it? Welcome to a new game for the channel, Shapes 2. We've gotten pretty far in the first hour and a half, I would say. Nearing the first true milestone. Ah, we're doing alright. Very, very busy week. But very productive. I'm very happy with it. Considering that we made YouTube partner this week. Whoop whoop. Air horn noises. Whoop whoop. I also just realized that I made a mistake here. I disconnected this earlier and never fixed it. Have they just been backing up this whole time? Nice. Quality. There we go. But yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of infrastructure going on. Got a bunch of the basic things going into the core. Hopefully gonna get it Going a little bit faster, ideally. But I'm running out of things to tune, I think. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that was really interesting. There's actually another one coming out for that, too. There's another video regarding Bloxed.io. Because we had a lot of time, we had a lot of fun in the survival. We only played that for about an hour, and then we did about an hour and a half of mini games. So mini games will be coming out. Is that tomorrow's video? It's either tomorrow's video or Friday's video. We post 2 videos a week every single week at the same time, Mondays and Fridays. It's Friday's video, gotcha. Aki's keeping better track than me. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't do repeats, and it was Friday's video. Oh no, I mean we already did that. It was a session a little bit ago. I do a lot of banking for some of my videos. Bet you didn't even notice if you looked back in my backlog that my mic was really bad for 3 weeks. My normal mic broke, so on stream my mic was absolute garbo. All my videos, though, were the same because all of them were pre-recorded and everything. I have to record my stuff 3 to 7 days, ideally, before it's posted at minimum. My editor needs some time to look over stuff and get everything, you know, done, and then pass it back to me for the proof watch. So, that is already recorded. However, if you want to play Discord games, you can always check out my Discord community too. I bet there's some peeps in there who would love to play Blox.io. And if not, maybe I'll pop in there sometimes and we'll play it with the community. I should do some community nights once that Discord gets a little bit bigger. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to hop into the community Discord. It's linked right in my profile. I guess that should also encourage me to change out the art there. That art was a placeholder. It's a meme I made in Paint specifically so it would be extra bad. Alright, I'll start linking it in the videos too. I have to handwrite a lot of these because I do it through OBS. So I don't have the ability to just copy and paste details. I have to go grab them. This milestone seemed a lot more attainable 20 minutes ago. I could. You right. I should make templates. Templates. Ugh. Templates. Yep. Whatever. I don't think anybody questioned what I meant. So I communicated my point effectively. And that's what English is for. Why is this one so jammed up? Is it because these splitters do 50-50? Because if so, there'd be more efficient ways of splitting all that. Are there, though? Is it worth the space and effort it would require? Because we're making them at a clip. It's just not a fast clip, per se. You know what? You know what? Where are some red squares? Give me... Or some red circles or some blue squares. You gotta have something better I can work with, game. This looks like something, actually. That might be usable. It's really far away. Ooh, these two are actually way better. And they're closer. And by closer, I mean way too expensive to get to still. We need better tech. That's probably the most optimal point to pull from would be these two, bring this down to here, set up a little factory down here, and then ship it all the way down. Probably my best option. Because this is garbage. It's just garbage to work with that material. I hate dealing with it because you got a 90-degree split, 90-degree split. Hey, appreciate you, Fiery. We're playing Shapes 2 today. So all of my streams are a community vote. On Thursday or Friday every week on the community tab of the YouTube, I post a vote, and then all of y'all get to choose what I play. So this is always done by community preference. The options this week were Don't Starve Together, Shapes 2, or Paleo Pines. One of the calmer community favorites is Paleo Pines. It's like dinosaurs plus Stardew Valley. But this one won out this week. So be sure, yeah, now that you're sub, be sure to keep your eyes on the community tab. Thursday, Friday this week, I'll post another vote, and it will be for next Sunday's stream. I don't do repeats ever, though, so if I have a series going on, like, say, my Subnautica series, which people seem to really enjoy, I never do those back-to-back. No matter how good the stream is, I will always do something different the next weekend, and then it will show back up on the vote for the following one, normally. It's another thing I intend to use the Discord for, is to determine what games should go on those vote lists. Because right now I just kind of guess. I go, well, we haven't seen this one in a while, or this one would be neat to play, or, oh, the people on this project are free this weekend, so I'll throw them on this vote. It's very arbitrary. Alright, that's nearly done, and that's nearly done. That'll be good. That'll get us some research. I don't even want to deal with these other ones to a degree. They're just... ugh. See, like, taking that, or even taking this... Oh, we finished with this one, actually, a while ago, so we should cut it off. And then what we're going to do is actually route the belt around here. There we go. And we're going to bring this up to here. And we're going to take a new line of this and start working with it. We're going to start by... we'll split it using a cutter, because... Could I get away using a swapper, actually, and save a bunch of steps? Hold on. Because swappers are so much faster than stackers. If I can get away with using these guys instead, I will save myself so much time and get a much faster result out of it. Like that. And then the same thing here. And that should make half pieces of or quarter pieces of circled there. And this should make the true result that we actually want. Right? Right? And then we're going to copy this because I'm lazy and don't want to do it again. And then can we get a launcher to reach? Yes, we can. Perfect. Stop giving... How do I get these tooltips turned off? Tasks, yes. Great. Great. Awesome. Our other output, so we gotta separate it. And this, if done right, should be... Oh, wait. Wait, I think I messed something up. Ooh, that might be bad. I think I'm gonna have to fix that the other way. On the other side... Now we don't need it to go through the second layer. I actually would prefer it to go through the first, because then I don't have to do any elevator nonsense. Alright, so then you need to be connected to one, too. No, no, not like that. What the heck? Why are you trying to do that, game? That's not beneficial to me in any way. Why would anybody want to make a track that goes through something? Did the message you send got the... I do not know. If you're talking about Discord, I don't check Discord while I'm on stream. If my mods are up to something, my mods are up to something. I trust my mods when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, so this is the final product we want, actually. We'll cut that off there, and then this is going to be our side product, which is this tiny little corner, which we will ship upwards. You need to be boosted up, though. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anywhere to put you. There, we'll take that line from them. And then all I need to do is duplicate this and move it forward to fix that one's mission. From here over. Yep. Because we're just stacking circles on circles on circles here. That's all that's happening. Circles on circles on circles. So that should fix that. And then we need... What is it? Ah, we need half squares. I can make some of those. Very easily, actually. I can use swappers now. And then what we do is we rotate these 180 degrees. And that should make an identical output. At twice the rate of using a cutter. Because the cutter deletes half the materials. This just gives them to us. Much better. Much, much better. Alright, so then this is going to contribute to the spaghetti by being... No game. Bad. There you go. And this is going to contribute to the spaghetti by making a whole new intertwining belt line. Yay! Love it. And then we're actually going to do the same trick here, though. More swappers. What do you mean some messages get deleted? What are you trying to send? Because YouTube might be filtering you if you're talking about in my chat right now. Yeah, I was gonna say, Nozu's sitting in here moderating right now, but if he was deleting people's messages, he would say, hey, knock off whatever you're doing that's causing me to have to delete your messages, because he don't want to deal with that. Why aren't these swapping? Swap! Does it actually require... Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. We need the cutter, not the swapper. What the hell am I thinking? Ugh. It'll do the same thing, though. Ta-da! Yeah, Jordan's also checking, and if Jordan doesn't see it, it doesn't exist. That's the rule. If Jordan doesn't see it, it didn't exist. Jordan can see everything. He knows all. Sorry, fam. Yeah, don't know what caused that. Giving me these pop-ups, game. I don't need them. I do not need them. Stop it. Get some help. Delete all that. Don't need that. I gotta scoot all this a little bit further forward if I want to duplicate it. Something more like that. I can still get away with 3 of them, and I'll say that's worth it. There we go. We only need 160 of them, so this is definitely overkill. But at least it'll get the mission accomplished quickly. So now we're mixing all the gray stuff up over here. And then the red and the blues that we actually need for accomplishments are getting mixed right here and only here. Are we going faster now at least? It doesn't look faster. I need more blue squares! I need to come up with a new way of using these. Something more efficient. It's still getting jammed on the same spot too, funny enough. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna be extra lazy about it this time. Because I know I'm replacing all of this stuff in the long term anyway, so I don't want to expend huge amounts of effort. But I'm gonna be, like, crazy lazy about this. Why rebuild something that I know I'm just gonna have to rebuild again later? Game. Sometimes you need your handheld a little. There. Yeah, YouTube does eat some things sometimes. Don't know why, don't know how, don't ask me. Sometimes YouTube even eats my frames. Today, though, chat, we have lost 1 frame due to rendering lag. Out of 440,959... or 440,959. Yep, either of those work too. You can drop it down in the comments. You can drop it in the Discord. Aki knows what's up. Aki been here a little while. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Irregular foundations. Oh, great. I'd rather get the 3x3 foundation more over anything else. Well, if I can see what it is, probably fiery. Send it in, we'll see. Alright, we're on our last 1400 blue square red circle. And then we will finally be on to the painting stage. Which will immediately allow me to rectify so many of these problems. That is the next one left. Yeah, fluids and painting. That will allow me to take any of these and paint them to any other color I want. Full tier 5 diamond. Oh, we didn't even find diamonds in our run through. Had 4 what I would consider to be expert Minecraft players. None of us managed to find diamonds. Nighty went down to the ground and she did not come out. She was just down there mining away for almost the whole hour. I don't know what content she made with that, because she said she was recording and she seemed happy. I'm aware that Bloxed is different, but I approached it as if it was a Minecraft clone, thinking it was going to be lower tier than what it was. I was genuinely shocked at the decent quality of free game that it was. It's a different Y level. We weren't looking based on Y level. We just kept on going down hunting, you know? Like, it was a more... less focused attack. It was 98? Diamonds show up on Y level 98? I've been staying still too long. Here, chat. Jingle, jingle. I'm jingling the keys. I promise. We're staying, you know, attentive for everybody. See, look at the things moving. It's negative 98. Okay, gotcha. That's deep. I mean, that does sound very similar to the newer stuff now with all the deep slate and everything. Jingle, jingle. Game, why are you showing me platforms that I can't even make? I'm aware about platform floors. I already used them, see? Right there, used them. I just need more platforms in general. I need to get a higher platform limit. And the only way I do that is by beating this milestone. Otherwise, I can't reach any of this stuff. But once I get that milestone too, I'll be able to get to these. And these are paint blocks. So I'll be able to start pumping up paint. And then using that to just dye the blocks the color I need. Or paint them, rather, I guess. You know, I'll be able to change their colors instead of having to go find one specifically to meet my purpose. So this circle could become any color of circle. Any of these circles, you know, it's just the raw shape then that I'm looking for and hunting for. I think I saw most of the biomes. We did do a decent amount of exploring. I was also very interested in the generated structures and the mobs, because that was another thing I was curious about. I even made a joke that, you know, if we don't get swarmed by zombies fast enough, we'll go play the mini games instead. And then we actually got swarmed by zombies. And also my math was wrong. Earlier I said 1,400. No. That number is 8,000, not 6,000. There might be more to explore for me, Fiery. There might be more for me to explore out there. The game is definitely interesting, and it had a lot more depth than I anticipated. It was also cool to see a lot of homages to classic Minecraft modes that themselves are classic homages to other games. Like, the game essentially has Quake, and Quake is old. Like I said, I wouldn't be against the community night, Fiery. I need some more people on the Discord before I think about doing it, but I am not against the community night at all. That sounds like a great time to me. The golems. The golems were a terrible thing for me to find that early. I had a wooden knife, and I'd only been fighting other people who didn't know how to fight. I gotta say, the combat mechanic is so similar to OG Minecraft combat mechanic where you just look at something and spam it away. It was very nostalgic having that combat style back. Very nostalgic. Come on, machines, go faster. I don't want to upgrade you again. Wait, am I making the wrong type of corner piece over here? No, that should be right. Oh my gosh, I never put in the tiny piece of rail here, or the tiny piece of conveyor belt. There we go. And now we're shipping them in. I can probably turn that machinery off now, too. To be honest. No, I didn't try any custom worlds. We did a survival world, and then we did mini games. I wanted to get broad strokes sorted out, because I didn't even know what type of game it was going to be or anything. I went into that playthrough completely blind on purpose. I had a couple of people who were like, oh, let's check it out just to see what it's going to be like. I'm like, nope, not touching it. Not touching it until I get in there. I'll find out what it is when I get there. I'm going to do a cheap upgrade while we're here. I can't let you guys just stare at the conveyor belts going zoom. That's not going to entertain you for long enough. Instead, we'll do upgrades. The game modes we went for, so we did a basic survival world, like I said, and then after that, we tried a bunch of the different combat styles and stuff. We did zombies, we did hide and seek, we did... I think we did like a good 7 or 8 different game modes. I guess you'll just have to watch the video on Friday to see all of them. I did see Natural Disaster. We did play Natural Disaster. Natural Disaster was a fun time. It was very unique. I thought that was a cool game mode. I don't know where that's inspired from. Maybe it's a more modern Hypixel game that I haven't seen before, but very cool. It was a little bit quirky in how it functions sometimes, and there's definitely meta strats for how to deal with it, but cool time. Cool time nonetheless. I wanted to play Pirates. We did not get around to playing Pirates. I actually really wanted to play Pirates. It seemed like that one would be a blast. There was a lot of people online, too, which led me to believe it would probably be a good game mode, you know? The popular ones are the ones who have decent player counts on them, of course. 180 rotator. And then if I connect this up, what do we get? Perfect. That's even the right orientation I needed. Let's just... screw it. Actually, we'll save a little bit of space, but still gonna do the sloppy version. Don't care. Hook this up here. Half of them. And we'll hook this into the other half. I don't know why it lets me do that when it doesn't actually let me put an escalator or an elevator or whatever these things are. The things that let me change floors with conveyor belts. They don't let me actually put one of those in, so I don't know why it lets me do that. There we go, though. That's completed now. Oh, so now we just need to... Okay, actually, that's not too bad. I can afford to do that. I can afford to do that right here. Will it make the spaghetti worse? Yes. A little bit. But that's the price we pay. Eventually I'll tear it all apart anyways, once we have better tech and better designs and whatnot. The ability to make cooler stuff. There we go. Now we're making that. And we're making that. Oh, we just have to stack again? You know what? This time I'm going to be a little bit lazy about it. Like I haven't been already. I've been saying that for the last 30 minutes easy almost every time. It'll be fine, chat. It'll be fine. The stream goes on for 3 hours, so we have another hour to go. Yeah, it's where I spawn in a random map with a random disasters. Natural disasters. And then, yeah, stream goes for 3 hours. 5 p.m. Central to 8 p.m. Central. Why are we not receiving the original pieces? Oh, I cut that line on accident. No? No, I didn't. Where did the delivery get messed up? Oh, this is completely jammed because I cut the line. Isn't it? Yup. Okay. So we need to add a half circle to this anyways. So let's change this up a little bit. I should be able to do that right here, actually. There we go. One of the great benefits to having that 180-degree rotator available to us. Whoop whoop. Here. Anchor. And then before I forget, we're actually going to put the belt in. Correcting last time's mistake. Boom. Alright, so now we've got 4 different achievement items being fed in there. Progress. We've got, yep, that's just about to catch up and start feeding in these half pieces instead of the 3/4 pieces. And then behind that, we're finally making these again. Good. And then they're just going to get stacked over and over and over again. Perfect. So what can we do next? What can we build next? I kind of want to wait on this one right here, because it should be pretty easy to pull off if I just have blank squares and blank circles, which I already have access to over here. It's just this infrastructure is currently being used for other stuff. So once it's done, I can just repurpose it and get a little bit more lifespan out of it, so to speak, before I have to tear it all down and repurpose everything around it. Which is obviously going to be a stream's worth of work. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Now I just have to stack a circle on top of it. That's coming from over here. Oh yeah, that's 3/4 circles. These are true circles. And then I'm just going to line up a crap ton of stackers here. Well, I guess a crap ton equals 12, because that's what I can fit. Okay. I'll just fire them all over that way. Just this bit. Well, I tried. Not gonna be able to get that corner, but fine. Oh, impurity. Worth it. Boom. Now I just need to stack a circle on top of them. Great. There we go. We've got the circles stacking on them and the circles stacking on them now. Is it going to be crazy fast? No, but it doesn't need to be. Side quests. As long as they function, it's good. I got these two going, got these two going. Need to add another half circle to these things. Ugh. So much need. Also, only half of this infrastructure is running, and I think that's been that way for a while. Oops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, as long as I don't get locked too much into the game, I very much enjoy engaging with chat. That's why I stream. If I didn't want to talk to chat, I'd just do videos. You know, like, this is an opportunity where things can have a little bit more of a back and forth, and I can get feedback on videos and other stuff, and we can have an actual, you know, convo instead of just talking in one direction. Because when I first started the YouTube, I wasn't getting a lot of feedback, and I didn't have a lot of people that I could, like, bank on to get outside opinions on. So it was very hard for me to get a dialogue going and figure out where I needed to improve. So it was just guesswork. Now a lot of the time, you folks say something down in the comments, and that makes it a lot easier for me to pinpoint and say, they got a point there. They got an argument there. Yeah, they right. Fortunately, each of these small milestones is getting us the platform limit raised. And soon enough, the big one's going to be done. That should be done by the end of stream. If it's not but done by the end of stream, I'm going to be salty. I'm going to be salty. Because then that gives us something to look forward to for the next one, is painting. I appreciate it, Fiery. I think it's a combination of personality and practice. I've been doing this for 1.5 years now. And I'd say it's definitely improved my joke quality. I just want to break out of this stupid box. I wish, well, we actually, you know what? We do have enough platforms to do it, but there's no practical reason to do it right now. Ta-da, we've broken out. There was no benefit to doing it, but we did do it. This will probably be one of the first things we want to tap. A true cross, or a true diamond shape, or whatever you want to call it. And then we need to find similar for the other fancy shapes. Like this one. This one on the left corner here. We need to find one that's all that. Because it doesn't matter about their color. We can always recolor them. It matters about their shape. Duh. On shapes, I couldn't imagine. Couldn't even fathom that being a thing. But yeah. The shape matters in shapes. We need to find as many pure versions as possible because that gives us the most shapes to work with. It gives us 4. Whereas if we were to try to tap this one, we'd get 3 at best, and that would require us to go through a bunch of manufacturing processes. Even when we get crafty with it and do simple tricks and tips and stuff, it still takes time and effort and balancing to do. And space. It takes space, too. Like this nonsense. And this is nonsense. Why isn't this going? We're out of quarter circles. Why are we out of quarter circles? This is jammed. Why is this jammed? Because that's jammed, and that's jammed because we don't have any full circles? Why? What's the problem here? Oh. This belt goes in one direction. Dadoy. Alright. So here's what we do then. We don't need the belt. We'll make a platform here. Just that we can have varying control. Heck yeah, you have fun, Fiery. Catch you in a bit. That one's unnecessary. Okay, that looks like we've got everything transferring again now. Oh, you'll see him in the video soon enough. He wasn't in the Blocks video, but he's in a lot of the videos these days. Nozu's great company. Alright, we got this unjammed. Good. I like how this is question mark, even though it's just forward and reverse. That's all it is, but the game can't ponder it. It's question mark. But with this going, and that going, this should kick back off again. There it goes. Quarter circles, and then quarter circles will cause these things to go off. And wait, why do I need quarter circle? Oh, I need to rotate these. No, I did. Good. Okay. What you confused about, Nozu? What's the question? I think this is the peak performance we're going to get out of this setup. Without dramatically increasing stuff. I wish there was a way to have a belt balancer, but it would diminish the speed rather than improve it. It wouldn't actually optimize these belts to have a balancer going on. They're already unbalancing. They're already unbalancing. Hey, that finally made it. Am I going backwards? Or am I going to go forward? Which way are we going? Only you decide. Yeah, I mean, I am gonna have to tear it down and start from scratch. I just don't want to yet. I'd rather sink my stuff into other things right now. I'd rather just up the belt speed. And up the stacker speed. If I do that enough, the machinery will run faster. Right? Right? If I just make it go faster. Just make it go zoom. Only 1,000 left. I cannot wait until we start just shipping full trains into this, though. I much prefer that over this. Anybody who knows anything about a Vince Mars video or the Vince Mars channel is that we like trains here. And the trains in this game are pretty well thought out, and there is a lot to them. They just added more. So it should be a pretty good time. But we have to get all the way... it's the next milestone. Okay, so maybe next stream. Possibly the stream after that, depending on time frames, because... Isn't this something I already have access to? I thought I saw... green and gray square... Oh, that's close. There it is. Right there. Milestone 5 part 2 square. And then we just need blue diamonds, but blue diamonds should be pretty easy to make because we've got diamonds right down here. Where's the full diamond shape? There it is. See if we can find one closer, but full diamond shape. Oh, there's one right there, actually. There it is. Bet you this is the closest one, though. Nope. Right there. Way closer, too. Nope, we got one over here. And closer, right there. There's one even closer than that one? In which box? Oh my gosh, it's right there. I've been looking so far, and it's right there. Because we are going to have to spend so many platforms to get to that other one. That exotic one is really hard to find. That one, I doubt there's one closer, because green in that configuration on that shape, that's a lot bigger of an ask than any diamond shape, let alone a gray diamond shape to work with. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything even remotely close that will help with that besides that one. There's that one there, but I think that one's further. Is it? No, that might be closer. Milestone 2 P2 square. Having a duplicate isn't the worst thing either. Running parallel lines might make the whole thing go faster, which would be useful. Alright, there's no byproducts from this, so we're just going to sever the line as it is. Wait, that was the wrong one to sever, wasn't it? Yes, it was. This is the line I need to sever. Boom. Now we've got our stuff pre-scouted out for the next task, or the next milestone even. We'll just have to get a hold of green squares, and I'll just paint those. Paint the green squares, and then go tap the actual ones we need for the long term. So I'll probably replace the current infrastructure to make red circles and blue squares with painters. And redesign that, because we're going to go towards having a better operator level. It's not necessary to finish the game, but the operator level is kind of more of a flex. So we'll just go for it, see how high we can get it on stream. Alright, how many more side quests do we have? Anyone we haven't started yet? This one, which I wanted to do on purpose. This one. It only gives us one science, but whatever. We'll do it. Easy enough to do. Alright, so the rightmost one is where we're going to deliver all this to. Here, basic shape extractor. We're gonna have to rotate these 180 so that we get what we wanted out of them. And then actually, upon further reflection, we're gonna need more rails to deliver all these materials. We're gonna need more rails. That's fine, because we are not using the raised one. So I can use those, I can redivert them. Diversion. Wait, no, I don't want to do that one. Do the third one. That way I don't have to do any weird jumper nonsense. We just do this, and we just step it. Like a staircase. But they all have different pivots. They're all nested inside each other. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need to cut the half circle off. I can do that. Done. Just in time, too. Oh, and that just needs to be stacked on the box now. Milestone completed. Huzzah! Fluids and painting unlocked. Nice. Of course, the first thing we'll do, upgrade painting speed. And these are going to be stacked. Kind of sloppy. Does the job I need to do. Sorry, locked in a little bit. Welcome back, Fiery. You enjoy the rest? Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear, my dude. There we go. Now it should be just as simple as connecting that there. Now we just need to hook up 2 taps to some squares. I can do fairly easily. Fairly easy, not super easily. There. And then I also need to tap it in on the other side. Okay. Then we just connect that up there. No. Yes. Perfect. And there we go. Everything's crafting as it needs to be. Alright. Now we've got a crap ton more platforms. And we know where we need to go. So let's get ourselves those full diamond shapes first. Ah, this is becoming spaghetti. We will work with it, but it is becoming spaghetti. There we go. Now we're getting those 3,000 in. Next thing's next. We'll tap this. And then we go in here, and I've already got a blueprint. That's exactly the same thing. It's just for liquids. Boom. And then we take a space pipe. Because it's all fancy. Alright. Then we put in another shape extractor. And now it's time to make the first basic painting station. So the trick I've found that works best with the painters is that you do it on levels. And you connect them by flipping them. Like that. Also always need to have a 3 wide space between them. And I'm actually going to grab these and scooch them over just... Yeah. Do 2 batches of them identical. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. Okay, so we'll do 4 per. Those 4 go there. 4 go there. Those 4 go there. Boom. Beautiful. They have to adjust this a bit. Oh, I messed this up already. Darn. So what I messed up is that the spacing needs to be 1 out on one side. Because of the way that this is designed, it has to be on the output side. So I have to adjust all of this just by one singular block. I can fix it this way too. At least a little bit faster. Fixin', fixin', fixin'. Next up, we get rid of all these strap belts. That's actually where all the paint needs to go. Beautiful. Now I should be able to reconnect these all the way down. That. We're also going to fix this because we almost always use first layer. So we'll stick with that here. Because I want this to be a universal blueprint. That's why I'm taking so much attention to making sure that it's like meticulously done. Because I want this to be reusable and reusable and reusable. We're going to have to do a lot of painting, and making it cheap and easy and fast. That's worth its weight in gold. Oh wait, no, don't connect there. Don't connect there. And these last four will be connected here. Beautiful. Alright, last things last then. And then we're going to separate out all of the fluid as well. This way, as we speed up the production rates, they'll all still get enough liquid into them. Otherwise, if we try to dedicate it all to one line, we run the risk of the line getting overloaded and then them going slower. And painting's already a super slow process, comparatively to, say, swapping, which is super fast. Alright. Saving. Platform painter. Alright, now we just need to connect this. Oh, they're on the first level, aren't they? There we go. Boom. Green. Where's this other one? There it is. Wonderful. We're already a third done with the diamond shape, and we've just started shipping in all the greens. I think that's the cleanest painting machine I've ever made. And it's going so quickly. It's actually keeping 4 belts full. I'm impressed. Yeah, so this is how I'm going to be dealing with my color difference issues going forward with shapes. When I need a a blue square and I've got a green square and a red square, I can just repaint them. You know what I just realized is they have gray and they have white, but there are no actual pitch black squares. And I feel like aesthetically that would look really cool. Unless I'm thinking wrong, is there? Because there's paint mixing, but that allows us to make the 3 colors, and then if you mix them together you get white. Yeah, no, there isn't. Why is there no devoid squares, game? Why is there no devoid shapes? That would be so good looking. Allows for some really artsy-fartsy designs. Alright. We've got that. Oh, the dark gray background on the tasks? I guess so, but the thing is that if you click any one of these, right? It shows you its combination and gives you a close-up. You can also get an exploded view out of it. So you can actually see every constituent component. But all of them give you this code. And this code tells you exactly what the shape is composed of. No matter how complicated, that code can be referred to determine what you're trying to make. Alright, so how long can I reach? Can I reach all the way up to... Where is it? One of these? Ooh, we can get close. We can get real close. Yeah, that's most of the trip right there. Because that's our second tier thing we need to get. I think once we get these milestones and this one, we should have enough platforms, though. I'm kind of banking on that happening. Or I can just tear down a bunch of this stuff. Like, I don't need this anymore. I won't in a second, right? Because this is the last one, I think, in the series. So I'll tear this apart and get all of its platforms back. Probably tear this one down, too. I'll probably tear all these up and just replace them. Clean up the map a little bit and get a bunch of blocks back, a bunch of platforms back. You know what? I'll just do it now. Don't need this. Goodbye. I'll rebuild you later when I need to actually fulfill that task, if I need to fulfill that task. Don't need you either in your current configuration, so we'll just get rid of you. Oh, and save the space. Yeah. Nice. Last one in the series. That means we don't need this anymore either. Recoup all those platforms back. Use them all to build this. Yeah. Straight line. Actually gonna clean all this out because it's technically a waste, and we can make it more efficient by making it a straight line. You know what? Getting rid of this for now. Anywhere and everywhere I can get belts back right now, I'm going for it. Anywhere and everywhere. We're gonna squeeze out every single belt we can out of this current setup. And just hope it's enough that we don't actually have to manufacture a single gray and green alternating square shape, because, ugh. It looks like we're pretty close, too. I am shocked at how quickly this is going. Oh, it's because I did... Oh, okay. I can fix. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. Whatever. That's the fix. Do the same thing with this one now, too. And boom. That didn't give me any platforms. Oh, no! Okay, so I'm gonna have to make one of these things if I want more platforms, I think. Fine, game. Fine. Better idea. Can I just take all of this apart? It's all out of date now. Might as well just get rid of it. Make another 48 platforms. Is that enough? Is that enough? It's enough. I think it's enough. Haha, there we go. No work required. And then for this, we'll actually fix this super easily right here. You ready? You ready, chat? This is a super easy fix. Insanely simple. We take the platform painter we just made. Set it up right here, like so. Set up a fluid miner right here. Fully upgrade it. Basic pump station. Change one detail about it. And there we have it. That should produce all the blue diamonds we need. And we've already got the green and white ones just coming down the track. It'll just, you know, take them a little while. Just a little bit. It'll take just a little bit. We do have them hooked up properly, right? Yep, there they are. Slowly but surely coming down the line. And then the big benefit to doing it all like this... Oh, in the long term, I'm probably going to want to actually put the diamond shape over here. Tap it into like this one. Paint it there. And then I'll mix them right here and then send it down the line. Completely out of the way. With a huge amount of expansion capability if I need to. That'll probably be the big brain move. If I remember to do that next stream, that is. And then this is our... Oh, that's the shape. Why is that there? Here, this is our operator level. Once we deliver 15,000 of those, our level will go up by 1. And then we'll get on the ranking boards for the world. As you can see, there's some pretty crazy things we're going to have to make eventually. Down the line, there's some pretty insane shapes we're going to have to figure out. But that's also why we're coming up with a long-term way of making the second-tier shapes more effectively. Because I'm probably going to upgrade this as well next stream. Change this out for something that's a lot bigger and faster. And increase our blue square production to an unholy amount. Because this is a joke. Look at how little space is being used on that belt. This is what you get with the painters. And that's why it's such a big deal. Makes the consistency so much easier to accomplish. And we can make blue squares easily right there. And we can honestly paint these red circles into redder circles. Very easily. Very, very easily. I want to track down where those squares are up here. They haven't even hit the corner yet, and the corner is the much long. Not even a third of the trip. Right, there they are. Right here. They're halfway down. Ugh. Ugh. If I had more research points, I'd probably upgrade build speed again. Don't need any of these foundations yet. That's a fair use there. We're not using all of our inputs, but it will make it easier to standardize all this for the long term. Because now what we can do is... no, game. No, don't do that. Do not do that. Okay. What we can do is this. We set this up so that we can receive all 9 points on the platform. It's not like we're going to use all 3 of the layers most of the time when we're delivering here, but we are most likely going to be using all 3 connection points on each side in the long term. That's something that I can almost bank on happening. A consistent thing to expect. No game. Bad. There you go. Alright. Something like that. Much more consistent, much more standard, makes it possible for all 3 to feed in a full 4-belt group into the core. Now we can deliver to all 3 of these points just as equally effective. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this, and replace this. And I'll do the same thing on the next one over and over again. Clean up the old belts. And boom. I can always put those back, but it makes it look nicer that it's not. Gives us a little bit more contrast. Now we can receive from everywhere. Beautiful. Symmetrical, too. Makes me sad that we're using so little of the belt space right now, but that'll be fixed next stream. There was a lot of work that needed to be done to get us set up proper, and I think we've done a really good job today. So, if y'all like what you saw today and you agree, oh wait. No, that's right, okay. Alright, we'll go with the roll. Alright, if y'all liked what you saw today, be sure to go right down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right next to it. Lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. We are still kind of a small channel, so I appreciate y'all's support. New video out tomorrow, new video out Friday. I will be back again next Sunday for another stream. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled for that vote, because you guys get to choose what I stream. I hope you all have a great week. Later.